Okay, folks, you know who we are and what we do.
Strange RV Tours. This is Janet and Greg.
We are in Port Orange, Florida, and we are at kind of an unusual location. Here in Florida, there is a lot of amusement parks that come and go. Even Disney's had a few amusement parks close here. And we are at the location of a old amusement park called Bongo Land. I guess it stopped operations in
1952.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of history. We'll tell you all about it.
Yeah. And yeah, we got a historical marker here behind us that basically says that this used to be a sugar plantation, or there's a lot of sugar plantations in the area. And the Seminole Indians came here and basically destroyed the area. The militia came in, tried to get rid of the Indians, but couldn't. And it eventually destroyed the sugar plantations here on the east coast of Florida.
Yeah.
So
never recovered.
It never recovered from it. Yes.
Yeah,
so anyhow, let's go take a look.
All right, well, let me tell you about this place. There's some history here. In 1804, Patrick Dean bought 995 acres. Okay, with the Seminoles, he died in the Seminole War in 1880. Then it was broke up into portions. And there's a sugar mill out here. And apparently there's a lot of sugar plantations here, but all that went kaput. But a portion of it was bought by guy that was named Jerry Sperber, and that was in 1940. And then he was enthralled with dinosaurs, but he was the first dermatologist in Daytona Beach, but he had a fascination about dinosaurs, so he hired a guy named Manny Lawrence, I believe, that created these chicken wire concrete dinosaur statues, you know, chicken wire like floats and stuff have on, you know, like paper mache but concrete. Anyway, they're out here, and Lawrence, let's see, Manny Lawrence did all that for him, and he made a little park out of this, a little train, a replica Seminole Village, and the dinosaurs. So we're going to hunt down what's left and see what's here. But it only stayed open for 5 years, so it, you know, lack of interest is what is told. But now they call it the Dunlop Sugar Mill Gardens, and you can come and roam around, take pictures, and take a look. It looks like they've got a little billboard here.
Now, wasn't the owner? Didn't he write a book about sex and dinosaurs? Or
yeah, that's true. He did. And yeah, that was Dr. Jerry Sperber. Anyway, but
okay, so let's check this place out and see if we can find some dinosaurs. Oh.
I see one already. And it's what, 12 acres?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be 12 acres here in the gardens. They had a miniature train here, right?
Yeah. They had a little
train ride or something.
Yeah. But
let's see.
Like, this is neat.
Yeah,
like
it
a
is.
Jungle. Look at the little trees. Wow.
Out here in the Florida wilderness looking for dinosaurs.
Wow, look. That's the pond.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I didn't see any fish. Did you actually see fish down there?
Nope.
Maybe the dinosaurs ate them. Ooh, there's one.
He looks like a cartoon figure.
He looks like a very friendly dinosaur.
Yeah.
That is a giant ground sloth.
Okay. Lived 110,000 years ago. Vegetarian mammal.
He looks 110,000 years old.
Cool. Cool. There's like people just wandering around.
Yeah.
And then gardens.
It's a neat area. It kind of reminds me of like a jungle.
Yeah.
It's a good idea of having the dinosaurs here. This is kind of their natural habitat.
Yeah.
You see it in the movies anyway. For all I know, the dinosaurs could have been desert creatures. From what we understand, I guess they had a Tyrannosaurus Rex here that was 45 feet tall, and earlier this year in a storm, he collapsed. But they're supposed to have another 2 or 3 big dinosaurs still intact. Well, we gonna find them. I think just about anything would grow here. Oh, there's one. We got a dinosaur. This guy's in the Christmas spirit. Dime trodden. A ferocious meat eater that lived 250 million years ago.
Dimetrodon? Or is it Dimetrodon? You think they were actually that small? I had the impression those things were like huge.
I don't know.
Like on the movies.
Here's some old sugar cane machinery.
Wow. Where's OSHA?
Yeah, really.
There's no guards on it.
You don't want to get your fingers stuck in that. Wouldn't have them very long.
Animal powered rollers.
Got a big old monster over here.
That's neat.
You know, I find it very interesting that you just never know where you're going to come across something interesting. Who would have known this place would be here?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, danger, dinosaur crossing. It looks like a
big footprint.
Yeah, dinosaur took a chunk out of that sign.
Some little kitty books.
That's neat.
You sit here and read. This is cool.
All right, we got a big old stegosaurus here.
Wow.
I wish that little train was still here. I'd be riding on that thing.
Yeah.
That's neat. Look at the tree back there, the way it grows. It looks like almost like a big giant snake going up there.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
This place would be scary at night.
Ooh, that'd be good filming.
Yeah, bring your night vision goggles.
They close at 5.
Yeah, but all you got to do is hide behind a tree. Boy, it's beautiful out here, though. It's like
Yeah, there's no wind. It's not raining.
I feel like
Here we go.
this must be what Adam and Eve was seeing. Ah, we got the Triceratops, another plant eater. See, I'm telling you, vegetarians, right now, looks like you can gain weight as a vegetarian. That's a big old boy right there. I wonder where the T-Rex is, the one that collapsed. So we found the 4 remaining giant dinosaurs. Here's another piece of machinery from the old sugar mill. So if you have a sugar mill and need parts, this might be just the place for you.
Yeah.
And this is the little gnome village here.
It's so cute.
Root tunnels.
This is cute. Aw.
Sign says root tunnels, Jan.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some of that at Lake Tawakoni. That's so cute.
That is neat. What is it?
Travelocity.
I was gonna say Travelocity or Expedia. This must be where that guy's family's from.
You know what?
Gnome tunnel to Middle Earth. See the little gnome tunnel door there to Middle Earth?
How cute.
Actually says deliveries in the rear over there on a sign. Look at their steps going up the side of the tree.
Isn't that cute? That's so,
That's
it's so cute. Gnome home, a little
Gnome
mailbox.
home. Yeah, a little mailbox.
Yeah, this is cute.
And apparently, if you were a bad gnome, you would be banished over here to gnome jail. They'd set you up here.
Yeah.
They'd set you up here where you couldn't get down.
Tree, yeah. That's for birds.
Oh,
How pretty are they?
look at those trees. Look at the moss hanging from those trees. Yeah, I forget what they call this moss, but there is a, not a pesticide, but there's something that you can spray on these trees to get rid of the moss if you don't want the moss, but then the moss will never grow back. So you very rarely see it done. And some of the plantations in New Orleans actually did that. They sprayed the trees with this stuff, and moss never grew back, and now they wish they hadn't have done it. Confederate oak. Man, this thing is massive.
That is big.
This is the Confederate oak. They called it the Confederate oak because back in the day, Confederate soldiers frequently camped underneath it. I can see that.
This thing's huge.
Massive.
Look at the size.
Look at the size of this thing.
The trunk goes.
My goodness. Yeah, this is part of the old plantation here.
Wheel.
Yeah. Look at that machinery, man.
You know that'd be a tough job.
Yeah. Can you imagine working here and when it's 95 degrees in the middle of summer and all that humidity?
Yeah. See down there?
Be snakes in there. Who knows? In the boiling room where they boil the sugar. There's some of the old boiling pots. That one's seen better days.
Fires under there.
What do you think this was for, water coming in? I can't think of what else it would be for. Interesting.
See where the soot is?
Yeah.
All those, underneath those pots, they had.
Yeah.
That's access to put the fire in that way. You know, they'd have to shut it all down, clean it out, then start it back up.
Hey Janet, why don't you crawl on in
No.
there and we'll I'll hand you the camera and you can get us a better view. How authentic is this? That is a dinosaur turd. Wow.
Gross.
Yeah, I agree. We'll just stay off of that. Well, folks, we found us some dinosaurs.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you enjoy all of our videos, please hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell up in the corner for notifications, and please share these videos because everybody needs to see dinosaurs.
Yeah, this is a pretty cool place though.
It is.
I could sit here and just read because it's so quiet. Even with the people running around, everybody's being respectful and quiet. And,
Very quiet here.
Yeah.
Very peaceful.
yeah.
Very peaceful.
There's not even a breeze or anything. It's like, but it's cool and comfortable.
Haunting place.
No, everything's haunted too. You like all this haunted stuff.
Well, it's probably the ghost of the T-Rex.
Yeah, right.
But anyhow, folks, we appreciate it. You guys have a nice day. We'll talk at you later. See you again soon. Bye-bye.